Hello and welcome back to the channel. So it turns out I've been living under a rock because it's only just recently I've discovered this, the Thunderbox. So in today's video I'm going to run through what this does, how to fit it to your bike and how it can save you a load of headaches when it comes to wiring. Let's get straight into it. So what is the Thunderbox? It's basically an automatic power distribution module by a company called Healtech. I suppose you could think of it as a little bit of a smart hub that lets you connect all your devices to the bike without having to cut into the wiring. And in addition to that, it'll do all the switching on and off for you. The good thing is it'll only power the accessories when the engine's running. So even if you've got the ignition on, there'll be no power. As soon as the engine starts and the voltage starts to rise, that's when the Thunderbox switches on and powers anything you've got connected into it. And at the time of this video, there's two main options out there. You've got the TB-UO1, which gives you an output of up to 16 amps and up to 4 connections. Alternatively, you've got the TB-UO2, that gives you 2 separate outputs at 16 amps and a total of 8 connections. You can also add Healtech's USB module, which is the TB-USB1, and that's around 25 quid. And what you can do with this is run multiple of them into the TB-UO1 or UO2 devices. So that's especially handy for me, especially on the NX500, where there's no USB ports on the bike at all. Now when it comes to installation, this really couldn't be any easier. All you're going to need is a ratchet, or in my case I need a 8mm socket for the battery terminals, a couple of zip ties if you want to attach any of your cables along your bike anywhere. You've got the Thunderbox itself, and this is the USB adapter that I'm not actually going to use just yet, but essentially this will be all you're going to need. The first step is to remove the seat so you can gain access to the battery. Then to disconnect the battery terminals, always start with the black or the negative, and then when you're putting it back on, always end with the black. So we'll start by loosening this off. And then all we've got to do is connect up the Thunderbox. And again, just a reminder, when you're putting it back on, start with the positive, i.e. the red, and then connect the negative up. So as you can see, that was a very straightforward process. We've just disconnected the 2 battery terminals, plugged in the Thunderbox and reconnected it, and there it is. So what you've got here is a Velcro pad on the back of there. I'll have to decide whereabouts in here I'm going to stick that, which is probably going to be down there, I think, out of the way. Now I am probably going to install one on the Street Triple as well, because on that particular bike there's only one USB port and it's right under the back seat. But in terms of the NX500, because there is no USB port, all you've got is this 12 volt accessory port, which you can plug an adapter in there, but it's not really ideal for all the rainwater and all the rest of it. So what I've done is installed a GPS device here, and if I walk you around the other side, for now I've just done a mock-up of where the wire is going to go. But you can see the power cable coming out the back of the GPS, and I've got that running inside the fairing down here, and if we go further down it comes out just here, and I'm going to remove or feed the cable down the gap of this plastic panel, and then the cable should come out just nicely under the seat for directly plugging into the Thunderbox. Now to connect your devices to the Thunderbox, now with this being action camera, it doesn't really pick up close shots very well, but hopefully you can see those little connection blocks. You've got the green, which is the live, and you've got the black, which is your neutral. Now all you need to do, hopefully you can see this, is lift up these little orange tabs, put your wire in there, and that'll clamp it down. And this is the wire coming from the GPS device I've got installed. So we'll connect these up now. Now, as soon as I turn the ignition on, the GPS shouldn't power up, but as soon as I start the engine, within a couple of seconds, once the voltage has been recognised by the Thunderbox, the screen should come on. Now let's fire her up. Then if we switch the ignition off, that should go off. Champion. So in terms of the install, it really is that easy. You've got your two battery terminals, and then you've got your positive and your negative connecting to the corresponding colours on the little connection blocks. What I will do is tidy all this up, run the cables through, zip tie them in place, get everything all neat and tidy and put the seat back on. But at least now I know through this little test that it works absolutely perfectly. And I have got plans, like I said earlier, to put a phone charger in here and a couple of other bits and pieces. But it just makes life so much easier for people like me who's got zero confidence when it comes to wires, electrical kind of stuff. I'll try anything mechanical, but when it comes to wires, normally a no-no for me. But if I can do this, anybody can do it. So in conclusion, that's the Thunderbox installed on my bike, and as you can see, it makes fitting accessories really easy. So whether you want to install a GPS, heated grips, auxiliary lights, a phone charger, this Thunderbox will handle it all for you and switch it automatically on and off when you switch the bike on and off. So for anyone who likes to do touring on the bike, camping or even daily rides, this is a simple way you can add tech to your bike without messing with the wiring. If you found this little mini guide helpful, I'd love to hear your feedback and comments on whether you're a Thunderbox user and what accessories you use. And if you've enjoyed watching the video, as always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.